Welcome back, party people. Round two. I said I would send out two. This is hopefully my second one. We're going backwards in time. We're skipping over Turkey trip, and we're going to talk about my time in America in between my trip with my mom. Well, in between the Philippines, my trip with my mom, and Turkey is my time in America. It was like a long time, roughly 30-ish something days, a month and a half. So let's dive in, shall we? Okay, let's just dive in. I'm hoping it's not going to be like perilously long or something. I wrote out a list of everything based on my pictures so that I don't stray off course. So bear with me. It's been about like a month since I've been back, so almost a month. So let's just say, no, it's been over a month. Whoa, I have no idea. It's been actually a month. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Let's try. So mom and I returned from the UK. I would love to do mom and I's UK vlog with her. Like for the Philippines, I want Robert. Maybe even for Turkey, I want Robert. So I'm hoping when I go home in August, mom and I can sit down and do the vlog together. Mom, sorry, but I'm signing you up for this. You're getting voluntold. So hopefully that one will be later. But as of now, this is where we are. So April 19th, we fly home. We have Easter weekend with the fam, so we do the Money Bunny. I score a big bucks. And then we had Jules' time capsule. So for some reason, we assumed that wherever, if you don't know, we do time capsules when on our first Easter, and we dig them up on our 18th Easter. I dug mine up on my 18th Easter, even though I should have been 21. So all my letters were to 21-year-old Ellie as opposed to 18-year-old Ellie. But now they're to 18-year-old people. So it's Jules' turn. It was her 18th Easter. So we went to dig it up underneath her. Like it has like these, I don't want to say tombstones, but like these little like rocks that we have our handprints in, and we decorate them, whatever, from when we're kids. So we dig underneath Julia's, and it's Myers's, and we were like, that's weird. Or no, it was Joe's, little Joe's, and we like opened it, and it was little, and it took us ages to get the damn thing even out. So we spent all this time getting it out. It was Joe's. So then we had to put it, then we found Myers's. It was labeled, and we were like, this is weird, we're going the wrong direction. So it took us forever just to find hers. Then once we found it, getting it out was insanity, and I hope I have pictures so I can put them in this vlog. We had trash cans, we had rope, we had people on the lawnmower, Dad's driving the lawnmower, Uncle Duke's in the back bouncing, hoping to like wiggle it out. We're pouring water, we've got scoopers, we've like, people are trying to pull it out. It's like an absolute disaster trying to get this thing out of the ground. We did not realize it would be that hard. It's deep in there. Note to self, bury them horizontally next time, not vertically. But we finally got it out, and everything was so funny to see, and I knew that my letter was going to be dramatic. I was like 12 years old. I had just learned about global warming, so I was convinced Julia wouldn't even read the letters because, like, you know, death from global warming. The hole in the ozone had just opened, so I was freaking out. And my letter's like, I don't even think you'll read this right now because, like, the ozone's so bad and we're all going to burn. Like, whoa, calm down. Very, very, like, pre-teen LAB, but it was very funny. Aunt Becky had put in like questionnaires for all of us to answer, and the questions were wide-ranging. But it was funny to see everything. And then she had some notes from some grandparents who had passed away, so it was very tender. And we got to do Easter with the fam. It was my last day before surgery, before my hip surgery, so I went on a run like 5 times. I was just trying to use my legs before I couldn't anymore. And Eliza was in town, and Liam and their friend Ashley. So it was really nice. We had like a big old crew of people at the house, and snuggle time and all that jazz. So it was really nice to play with everyone, and Palmer, obviously. And then Liza went away for market, so we kept Palmer. And then I had surgery Monday, April 21st, 2020. Yeah, and 22nd, 21st. I had surgery the Monday after Easter. It was very long. It took a very long time. We were there for quite some time. The sweet lady, when I came out of what is it called? Anesthesia. She was like, hey, sweetie. And I started crying. She was like, oh, what's wrong? This is the first thing I remember. Apparently, I had been awake for a while, but this is the first thing I remember. And I remember being like, I miss my husband. And she's like, oh, we'll go get him if he's in the waiting room. And I was like, he's not in the waiting room. And she was like, oh, well, we can call him and you'll see him when you get home. And I was like, he's not at home. And she was like, we'll call him. And I was like, you can. He's in Saudi Arabia. And she was like, oh, I am just striking out. I'm going to get your mom. So mom came back and I was just crying. It was not great. And then they had to like put me in my brace. I had to get in the car. I just remember like my head like rolling around and I couldn't really focus. Not my favorite feeling in the world. I fell asleep a couple times. But then Liza was home somehow. Maybe she hadn't left yet. I don't remember. So she got me a goodie basket, and I had on her sweatpants, and she got me some socks and some candy that I liked and a book, and it was really sweet of her. Shout out to Eliza. And the surgery, I had a myriad of babysitters because of where the surgery was. I couldn't hinge at all. Like I had to wear this big old brace. I'm sure you'll see it in some pictures. Big old brace, could not hinge at the waist, which is like sitting in a chair is hinging at the waist, past 90 degrees. So I couldn't put on my own pants because I couldn't lean down. Couldn't put on underwear, pants, anything. Couldn't get in and out of a chair. Couldn't get in and out of the car. So I was getting dressed every morning. I was getting taken out of the bed every morning. I was getting put in the bed, in the chair, out of a chair, was on crutches for 2.5, 3 weeks. It was a long journey. And I only put on my own underwear 3 weeks in because mom left for work and dad was the only one at home, and he was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So he gave me those long tongs that you use for steak. And so I was like trying to pull my pants on because I couldn't lean over. So it was a bit of a thing. I had to do tummy time like a child. So I had like a toddler, like a baby. I had to lay on my tummy so that my legs could like stretch the opposite direction of how they had been. Mom actually at one point left me on tummy time to go to Pilates, and Liza had gone to a massage, so mom was like, I'll leave and she'll be on her way home, except for Liza went to took a shower after the massage, went to get a coffee, and called and was like, hey girl, do you want a coffee? And I was like, I need you to come home. I've been stuck on tummy time for an hour and I have to poop real bad. So she had to rush home to get me off of tummy time because I was like a turtle just stuck on my stomach, help. And everyone kept forgetting that I couldn't walk around. So they'd get out of the car and just walk into a store. And I'm like, wait, I can't get out of a car. Help me. Because I couldn't use my leg on its own at all. So it was a lot. Eliza, I had to go to the Ashley and Eliza barber shop several times to get my legs shaved because I couldn't reach down to shave my legs. Eliza took a quarter size of flesh off of my kneecap. She was not allowed to shave me anymore. Mom had to help me into the shower, help me out of the shower. Eliza had to help me in the shower. They had to put lotion on my legs, had to shave my legs. A very humbling experience. Very family oriented. I'm so glad we're close to each other because we got extra close. But I did sleep by myself. And Livy would sleep with me almost every single night. I swear she was being inhabited by Adobe at nighttime so she could snuggle me so I wasn't by myself. It was so cute. I would like to take this time also to thank all my babysitters. So obviously mom, fantastic babysitter. I think we both thought that I would just be kind of sitting around doing nothing, but instead we played a bunch and we didn't really have time to relax or really watch movies. We watched a couple towards the end, but we mostly ran errands and did activities, and we tried to make sourdough, but we never got to the making part. We fed the starter, then we panicked at how much we fed it, and then we didn't touch it again because we were a little nervous. But we did a lot of things. Mom, thank you very much. Eliza, thank you for taking off work. At the end, she was like, this is so boring. I have to it's all about you. And I was like, yeah, you came to babysit me. I can't walk. Thank you for coming. Thank you for my gift basket. Thank you for shaving off half of my leg. I will forever have a scar. Fantastic. Honorable mention to Uncle Bob for driving me to physical therapy one day. It was lovely. Thank you for that. Thank you to Margaret Hart and my aunt / Uncle Debbie. They both came down for a couple nights, 2 nights, I think, each, taking care of me, driving me to my physical therapies, and journeying all around to keep me entertained. I think Margaret also thought we would just be sitting and watching TV, and I was like, incorrect. We need to go places. I am bored. And then Debbie actually put me on tummy time and then left so she could, in my mom's room, and then she went to the den so she could watch the rest of 1983 or 1883 or whatever it was. So I was on tummy time by myself for quite some time. But thank you guys for taking care of me. Also, Lainey, thank you for being my babysitter. I spent several a day with Lainey. She was my driver. I had her as a chauffeur. And then we did a lot of things in her house, just hanging out, which was really nice. She even set me up a little, so I could lay on her bed on tummy time. She set up a little side table so I could have snacks and water. So thank you to everyone who took the time for taking care of me. Dad, thank you for teaching me how to grill. I got a very good lesson in how to grill. And we just got a grill from one of our friends who is moving. So I plan on putting all of our lessons to use, except for I'm going to need something other than Dale's because we don't have that here. So what do? That's going to be a text to you because I don't know what to do to just meat without Dale's. And I don't really want that pepper rub because it'll make Robert sweat. So we'll converse. I'm very excited. The grill looks almost exactly like the one you taught me on. So I'm very excited. Because I'm I know how to do this. I learned. So thank you, Dad. What else? Let's see. My first steak I did grill was not very good. Mine wasn't. I I think it must have been rancid. I like took a bite and was like, I don't want that. But anyway, what else happened? Let's see. I had a book come out. So The Emperor's Assassin came out like May 14th, maybe. I did a book club up with Zeta. Zeta had a book. The Zeta like alumni chapter in Spartanburg read my book / was reading my book. So I went up and met with them and chatted about my process and writing and reading and all that jazz. And people were very honest about it. Oh, hold on. This is Robert. I don't know where I was because Robert called to see what I was doing because he's on his way to the SUG now, but I got distracted. So I think I was talking about the Zeta Book Club, which is really great. Anna Gray Morgan, actually one of Edward's college friends who was in my sorority, obviously, she had suggested it, which was so nice. And nobody told me that it was her that suggested it. And so she sat next to me and I was like, this is crazy. I know you. Like, you suggested this for me. So I went to the Zeta Book Club, which is really nice. Saw a lot of my friends. So I saw Mr. Simpson. I saw Garrett. I saw Nan. I saw Kat. Oh my God, I almost said the wrong person's name, Catherine Walden. I saw Carter. So it was really nice to get to see. I saw a bunch of mom and dad's friends who are like second parents to me. Saw my family a bunch, like Linda and Bob and Robert Burnside. Robert Burnside made us grilled cheeses one night and we watched a movie. I don't remember what the movie was called, but it was about Mr. Burnside, who was a murderer. And it was really weird to hear that like the people be like, thanks, Mr. Burnside. And we're like, ooh, the murderer. And then obviously mom and I went to the beach with my family at the end of the journey. We went down and just like played. I got to sit in the sand. I don't think I had a cast on at that point, so I had to wear my brace down there and then take it off while I sat in the chair or whatever. I'll be excited, I guess next summer, to go to the beach and not be hindered. Because I had a cane in Turkey, so maybe when I'm home in August I can convince like for a night or something to like sneak down just to like touch the sea, because I didn't really touch it before. But anyway, got a lot of quality time with the fam. Oh, and I had a baby shower thing for Grace Hannah's baby Henry, love of my life, an absolute angel, I should say joy of my life, and I'm obsessed with him. Everywhere we go, we buy him little presents and treats. Grace Hannah, if you're watching this, which is unlikely, I have another treat for him from Turkey, obviously. So they had like a sip and see for him, and so we played with him, and I got to hang out with her and Shug, which was nice because I feel like I haven't seen them in ages and their lives are so different than mine, and so it was nice to just sit there and like exist around them since we've been friends for so long. So like Shug's pregnant, Christina had her baby, I live far away, so it was really nice to get to reconnect for a hot sec. And I got to play with Nina's, well, not Nina's puppy, but Nina's brother, half-brother, I guess. The Grantland have a new dog. His name is George Bailey, and George Bailey is a wiener dog as well, and I got to snuggle him. And it was so great. So I got to snuggle George Bailey. And yeah, we had a Mother's Day where we got to all hang out together. We did a lot of family dinners together. I got to see Edward's house a bunch. Like, so proud of him. It's like a real house. It's so weird. And we got to celebrate some people at church, like some older people who've been really instrumental in the church. Big Mama. We got to celebrate her and all the amazing things she's done. Got to spend a lot of time with family. I went and saw Mama a couple times. The last time I went was with Dad when he was taking me up to the airport, and it seemed like she knew who I was. She didn't say my name or anything, but it felt like she knew who I was. It was like a good time to see her. I wonder how it will be when I'm there in August. Dad took me to the airport. I was supposed to go on Memorial Day to the airport, and it was going to be a whole thing, and Mom was going to drive me, but then the visa stuff went wackadoodle, and things got delayed and pushed back, and it was just... So my trip got pushed back, and I ended up going straight from America to Turkey instead of to Saudi, which stinks, but I got to see... It took me longer to see Robert, which stunk real bad, but I got to be in Turkey, and I did some writing, so we'll see. Not we'll see. We did see. Not a fan. The visa thing is hopefully worked out. Finger, everything crossed my eyes. But it was a bit of I had to like poop in a bowl. So, and get my blood drawn. I had to get x-rays of my chest. A lot of things had to happen for them to like prove I could come to the country. Not a fan. But I'm here now, so huzzah. And I got off my crutches. I could like had one crutch, and then I got off to no crutches, and then I was on a cane in Turkey, and all in all, it was very good time to be home, a long time to be home, but I got to eat good food, got to see the family. I feel like this is 2 Mays in a row that I've been home for like a month, so it's been really nice. I think the next time, other than on August, I'll be back in December for Christmas. So 2 more times in the US of A. Lainey, oh no, it's my first yawn. Ooh. Sorry. It's late. Not really. It's like 7:30. That's embarrassing. Should probably go exercise to keep myself awake. Woo! I've been swimming a bunch. But yeah, that was my time in America. I got some friends time, lots of family time, snuggle time. Learned from Dad on the grill. Got to hang out with a bunch of different extended family. I got cared for the whole like 40 days or whatever. So it was pretty good. If I forgot something, I'm sorry. My brain is everywhere else. So oops. Oh well. I did have a wheelchair all through the airport, so you'll see a picture of that, Dad and I in the wheelchair. But I'm feeling much better now. I wish I could show a picture of my hip, but it's like right where the bathing suit line would be, and so it's like kind of a weird thing to like take a picture of. It looks kind of sketchy, but it's doing much better. My sister and I tanned like the 3rd day after my surgery. Went to Uncle Bob and Linda's house to sit by the pool and tan, and I had to wear my brace because I have to wear my brace all the time. And I have a tan line from it and from the Band-Aids I'd put over like the stitches at that point because I had stitches for 2 weeks and I couldn't shower for like the first 5 days, and then I couldn't submerge underwater, and it was just a whole thing. But now I can. And the scars are, people like want to touch them. They're like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, I know. They're not crazy or anything. They're small, but they're prominent. And so are the Band-Aid, the like tan lines. They're really nice. So fingers crossed those go away. My friend was like, just keep putting like lotion on the scars and they'll go away. And I was like, these are forever scars, right? Like they're not going away. They might like not be black, but they're not. They're like a dark purple, but they're not going away, like kind of ever. So yeah, that was my time in America. A lot of QT with the fam. I think that's everything. If I remember something, I'll slip it in. But I think that's everything. I still have the Philippines, the UK trip, and the Turkey trip to do. I want to do Philippines with Robert. I want to do UK with Mom, maybe, and then Turkey. Maybe I'll do it now. I don't know. I probably should go on a run. Or not on a run. I should probably go on a swim. We'll see, though. I also have to write. Because I've been writing I didn't write anything at home. Like, almost nothing. I did have a dream of a book that I told my dad about. And he was like, whoa, that's what you dream? And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's a chaotic life for myself. But other than that, I didn't get to write much. So I've been writing about 1,000 words every day now. I should have put that in my last vlog. Oops. Trying to write 1,000 words. I usually end up writing like 3-ish thousand words, maybe more. So we'll see when I get to Spain what happens. As you heard in the last video, we go to Spain soon, so we'll just have to see. Anyway, I think that's everything. Peace out. Until next time.
Awesome.